Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to X. Welcome to what the F was that? Brighton won, Arsenal won. Honestly, I've still got no words. I've had a little moment of just chill, but I'm still annoyed. I'm still annoyed. That was crap. From both teams. Long time. I know, mate. Thank you as always, mate, joining me, keeping me company. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. But yeah, let's talk about this game. Yeah, Waneri scored. Brilliant. I don't think it. I hope it's not being given an assist by bloody Rice, but Rice did put him through. But Waneri still had a lot of work to do, so I hope it hasn't been given down as an assist because if that's an assist, like my god, was it Marco Marino assist? I thought it was Declan Rice. Anyway, it's gone down as a Marino assist. I thought personally it was Rice, but hey ho. João Pedro got the yeah. It's just mate. It's just crap. Appreciate it, mate. Do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't have anything to do with the YouTube part of it. So hopefully someone does it on ours. When there he scored that goal himself, brilliant play. Exactly, it was brilliant play by him. And this is where it's all going to get very ranty because we didn't take him off at half time. For what purpose? Like, unless there's a knock, unless I hear that he's injured, Arteta's going to get it because it makes zero sense. Big up to Simba saying the penalty wasn't the penalty, but we are so soulless in attack. I disagree with the penalty. The penalty was penalty. It's a soft one, but at the end of the day, and even Saliba knew this. If you watch it back and you look at Saliba's eyes, even he knew it was a penalty. So yeah, it's frustrating to say the least. But it is what it is. We move on. But that was not the reason for this. For me, not happy about this. This is me unhappy about Arsenal's performance. Obviously, Brighton can talk about their own performance because I'll be honest, Brighton were poor as well, but Arsenal were very poor. Arteta started with 3 defensive midfielders. Like, what the frick was that on about? Didn't start Odegaard. I get it because he's been poor recently, if I'm honest. There was no illness. You don't give someone that's ill 30 minutes to play. So, yeah, not ill. Contact the key part why it's penalty and also in front of the ref too. Yeah. Yeah, the game was shit. I would have rather watched paint dry, if I'm honest. It's not the worst game I've ever watched. And it's definitely not the worst game I've done a watch along to. But my God, that was awful. That is going to be the last game on Match of the Day or whatever it is nowadays. But yeah, it's shit. It was just poor people. It really was poor. So yeah. Getting to the stats. The stats aren't much better, if I'm honest. Don't exactly cheer me up. Possession 55% for us, 45 for Brighton, 11 shots for them, 9 for us, 4 shots on target for them, 3 for us, 2 corners for them, 5 for us. Final third phase passes accuracy 70% for them, 78% for Arsenal. Going to XG, this is appalling, by the way, for us. But we'll talk about Brighton's first. 1.56 XG for Brighton, 0.65 from open play, 0.12 from set plays, obviously 0.79 from XG penalty, 1.24 XG on target. XG for us is 0.84, 0.44 from XG open play, 0.4 from set play, obviously nothing from penalties. But the XG on target is appalling. Appalling. You should never be less than half your XG. You should never. That just shows you how bad we were today. Absolutely awful. Shocking. Jules won 50% overall. Ground duels we just about won. Aerial duels we actually lost. I don't know how because their team is not bigger than ours. Perfect dribbles 57 for them, 54 for us. Passing 423 for them, 514 for us. Accuracy both good, 87, 88. good. Own half, 213 for them, 268 for us. Normally we have more passes in the opposition half. Today we've drastically got more in our own half than the opposition half. 153 for them in the opposition half, 184 for us. Accuracy in long balls, 47% for them, 49 for us. Accuracy in crosses, 20% each. Touches in opponent's box, normally we're above 30. 24 today, 17 for them. It's just really, really put. There's just nothing I can say that's positive. Do you think it's dropped points too many? I think so personally. Yes, mate. I'll be honest. We're out of it. There is no way. This is not me having a reaction or just jumping off, the bandwagon. This is me literally saying there is not enough now. We have dropped too many points. We are now in the top 4 race. There is no way we're in the race for the league. Zero. You would have to have an absolute mare for us to even get into it. And I can see us dropping more points. That's the problem. I can see us dropping more points. I can't see us going on an unbeaten run to the end of the season. I just can't. For me, the way that we're playing, the way that we're set up is wrong. So I see us dropping more points. We've got City at home beginning of Feb. That's going to be a tricky one. We've got Wolves at the end of the month up here. That's going to be a tricky one. It's just, honestly, it's just not good. We might as well bring in someone new. The attackers look scared to score. I agree, but we are working hard. Weirdly, if we had Nketiah, we would have actually had someone in by now. But weirdly, well, not weirdly, we actually sold him. But if we had him, we would have actually got this player by now. But yeah, it's just annoying. I'll be honest. Yeah. Oh, I'm just not a happy bunny today. Me and my dad said before, and we agreed. Liverpool can afford to drop points because teams below us are not up for it. Obviously, let's see about Forest. Forest is the one that I will say, until they start dropping points, they are the big contenders for you now. No one else. Don't see Chelsea doing it now. They keep dropping points now. Forest, and you have to talk about them because they're up there, are still in it for me until they start dropping points and make more mistakes. Big up to Gary. Hope you're doing well. Saying hello. Big up to DWTT. Right. This is not going to be fun. Starting lineup. Raya, Partey, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Jorginho, Marino, Rice, Waneri, Trossard. Right. I'm just going to go straight into the ratings because I really don't want to talk about this team anymore. Let's have a look. Right. So Raya is going to get a 7. I thought he did all right. Collected what he needed to collect. Obviously, he conceded because it's a penalty. So, yeah. 7 for him. Partey gets a 7 because I thought he was all right, to be fair. I don't like him at right back, but he had a good game. We'll go over to the other side of Calafiori before I talk about those two in the middle. Calafiori, gets a 7 again. Decent game. Nothing special, but did what he needs to do. Gabriel and Saliba both get 6s for me. I felt that they didn't handle situations very well. I thought Gabriel was having one of those days where he was just going to moan about anything. Saliba obviously made the error for the penalty because it was an error and he knew it. He looked at the ref. He knew it. And this is why Arsenal fans really need to calm down because he knew it. Saliba knew he failed. And as soon as the player knows, then you know it's a penalty. The player knew. So he gets a 6 just because he made an error, which cost us the goal. Let's have a look. Jorginho, fudging heck. I'll be honest, I'm giving him a 5. He was awful. Absolutely awful. So, yeah. Yeah, he gets a 5. So we'll move on to Marino. I can't give him. Can I give him? No, I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7. Rice gets a 7 as well. I'll quickly cover him. We have to play Forest away next after United game tomorrow, so that's probably decided if we beat United. Not decided, but it is for Liverpool if they were to beat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for me, if you were to get that, yeah, it's yeah, it's a very yeah. It's just one of those. When there he gets, you know what, he gets an 8. I know he only played half, but I'm giving him an 8 just because he deserves it. You know, he got the goal. He worked really hard to get that goal, and I feel sorry for him because he should not have come off at all, in my opinion. He should have been on. Trossard gets a 6. I didn't really see what he did today. He was just there. He was on the pitch. That was about it. He was on the pitch, and Jesus gets a 6 as well because he was just on the pitch. They didn't really do much, if I'm honest. So yeah, look, I am in a bad mood obviously because that was a poor game. Martinelli, he gets a 7 because he did try. But yeah, he gets a 7 because he tried. And Odegaard came on, he gets a 5. He did F all. I'll be honest. It's like when Neri was punished for scoring a goal. I tell you what it was. It's either he got a knock or he got punished for the yellow card, which technically really wasn't just his fault. It was everybody else that led up to that time wasting that he got a yellow card because everyone else was doing it and the ref was just getting fed up with it. So whoever was going to be next, it's going to be a yellow card. So yeah, Arteta's lost a plot, if in my opinion, for this game. So yeah. However, you know what? He gets a 7 because there was one free kick that I did enjoy, which was the low one. Everyone was expecting high, but it did a nice little dink, and obviously Marino didn't finish it. But yeah, I liked some of them today. Some of them kind of cancel each other out because obviously lining players up at some point they are going to clash, and they all did today. 3 of them clashed together. So yeah, obviously teams are trying to work us out now with these set pieces, and it's kind of backfiring. So yeah, so he gets a 7. Arteta gets a fudging heck. Yeah, he gets I don't, he's going to get a 4. He's going to get a 4. Starting lineup was shite. Substitutes were shite. Too much man management as well. There was too much of this shout. And there was one point, I don't know if anyone noticed, I think it was the first half. He was shouting over at Gabby, and we were in possession in defensive end. And I was just thinking, shut up, because they're currently passing. If you distract Gabby anymore, he will make a mistake because of you, because you're shouting over him to do whatever. Stop man managing. My days, Arteta just said Nwaneri has a muscle injury. We shall see. If it's not listed when I do the preview, I will state it very clearly. If that is the case, then fair dues. But Nwaneri looked fine to me. Absolutely fine. So we'll wait and see. But if that's the situation with Nwaneri that he's got an injury, then fair dues. But still, if you're going to make a sub, why the hell was Jorginho on for so long? Jorginho was shocking today. Absolutely awful. So, yeah. I'm just overall, guys, I'm just not happy. That was an awful, awful game. Awful. Couldn't stop laughing when you ended your watch long. I'm glad that's over. Whatever. Straight away, like your reaction to opening up of everyone but Max leads. Pretty much, mate. There are certain games that I just like. I'm just glad it's over. I don't stick around, mate. I don't stick around. Plus, it takes me a while to do all the setup as well for the reaction, to be fair. So I just want to crack on with it. I hated that game. Honestly, it's just horrendous. I was prepared for it. This is the problem, Chris. I prepare myself for it, but it still angers me because I said on the preview that I could see this being a 1-1. Um, I hate being right. I hate it. I hate being right. I know most men love being right and women like being right, but I hate being right. I like being wrong. I really do because yeah, it's just. Well, this is the thing. I know recently we've been better against them, and they tend to beat us at home now, not away. Um, it's it's still Brighton, and we haven't dominated since the Premier League started. You know, it's close. It's close between it. Uh, it's annoying, isn't it? We hate being right about situations, but we have to be honest with our heart. I'm not going to go out there and just make a thumbnail and go, "Oh, I love Arteta. He's going to win us the Champions League, the Premier League." I can't lie about it because I don't see it. I'm giving myself false hope if that is the case. I can't do that. I have to be honest with what I see. It's fine if you believe it. That's fine. I'm not going to tell you to change your mind. And I hope you don't tell me to change my mind. But my theory is he's not good enough. And currently, he's not. You know, he wanted certain players, and currently those certain players have regressed us. So I see a problem. Arteta is costing his team from crossing the line. Yeah, it is. He is. But yeah, there will be a preview for the Newcastle game. I'll be honest, this week, because my son's back at school as well, so things are going to get a little bit hard to do. I will try my best. I can't promise when it will be, but I will do my best. That's all I can do. I will find a gap somewhere to do it. There won't be a watch along. There will be a reaction at some point as well. But yeah, but even more embarrassed if Slot comes in, wins something without spending anything. Yeah. That will be for the people that love Arteta that much to explain themselves. But yeah. Right, guys, I'm out of here. Long day. I will speak to you all very, very soon. Chris, as always, thank you ever so much for being here, mate. It's always a pleasure keeping me company. But yeah, I'll see you in the week anyway. And yeah, hopefully we get a transfer. Well, hopefully there's something to talk about, but currently there's nothing. I will always do a transfer show if there's something to talk about, but I'm not going to just make up a show just to, talk about stuff that could happen. I will only come out there and say this is going to happen because it's just not worth it. The last summer window proved it to me. There's a lot of Arsenal stuff that we can do. Jason, James can all do all the stuff that they do. Rich does all the stuff, but then Mikel has to rubber stamp it. And until I get a rubber stamp from Mikel, I'm not going to say a dicky doodah. So yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your night. Bye bye.